Now loading podcast, period.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Podcast Period, the internet's stupidest podcast. My name is Ben, and today, as always, is my co-host David.
What's up, guys?
Today we've got a little bit of a different episode for you guys. I know last episode was the Star Wars episode, which was also a little bit different than normal, but I was listening to Ghoulish Cast, my friend Anthony's podcast, which you guys should go check out if you don't already listen to it. And they were doing their year-end wrap-up where him and his co-host went through the decade and picked their favorite horror movies. So I kind of figured that we would just do our own little take on that. And we're not going to limit ourselves to horror movies, obviously, because David and I like a lot more. We can focus on a lot more genres than Ghoulish Cast does, since they're more of a horror-centric podcast. But either way, we've got our list from 2010 to 2019, and we're going to go through them, share our picks, and kind of explain a little bit why we picked them. So I'm going to let you go first. You go first on 2010.
All right. For 2010, it was actually quite easy. Most of my years are going to have probably 1 to 2, top movies, because I have a hard time picking between favorites. And some of them had a lot of good movies in them. 2013 is very easy. Top film for me has to be Toy Story 3. Without a doubt. Honorable mentions being Harry Potter, Deathly Hallows Part 1, goodness gracious. And How to Train Your Dragon.
I think we have one movie in common there, because my top movie is Inception.
I've not seen that one.
It's really good. It's got Leonardo DiCaprio. It's a little bit of like a mind-bending movie. So if you're not like...
Oh, no, I have seen some of that. I don't think I finished it, though, but it's the...
It's the Dream Within a Dream movie.
Okay.
That one, yeah.
Okay, I think maybe we have seen that then.
I know I have it. I'm pretty sure,
because that's the only I've heard you talk about it before, and that has to be the reason why. It definitely wouldn't be my top, though.
Yeah. But Inception is my top. Toy Story 3 is my first honorable mention, and then Scott Pilgrim vs. the World is my second. That movie, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. It's a really visually interesting movie. It's based off of a graphic novel, and the basic gist of it is there's this guy, Scott Pilgrim, and he likes this girl, but for whatever reason, to date this girl, he's got to fight off her quote-unquote 7 evil exes. So both the graphic novel and the film follow him fighting off these 7 evil exes. But it's really interesting. Excuse me, visually, because it's got like all of these comic book graphics that pop up everywhere. It's not it's not cheesy graphics like you would see in the 60s Batman TV show with like the bam pow whenever they punch anybody.
Yeah.
But it's got the same sort of like comic book style ish.
Gotcha.
So then, okay, what do you got for 2011?
Did you do biggest disappointment ones perchance?
No, I didn't.
Okay, well then.
What did you can do them, and then I'll see if I'm sure I'll agree with you.
Biggest
whatever it is
for 2010, definitely The Last Airbender.
Oh, I never saw that movie.
Yeah, it was trash.
I refuse to.
Yeah, well, exactly.
After I understood the legacy of Avatar, but I didn't get it until I watched the show like later on. I don't think I watched it until like probably 2013 2012 or 2013 or something like that. But
Gotcha.
after watching it, I was like, yeah, okay, I can see why everybody was really angry at this, because this is the way the movie plays out and the way the show plays out is like, it's so different, so different.
Not even close.
Yeah. Okay, so what do you have for 2011 then?
So for 2011, I've got. This is probably going to be surprising to you. Fast 5 as my top one, at least from the ones that I've seen.
Okay.
With honorable mentions being Rio, The Iron Lady,
okay.
Harry Potter Deathly Hallows 2. Good God, I'm not going to about say that correctly tonight. And then Thor, Captain America, The First Avenger. They're all kind of like at the top. Fast 5 is my favorite, but I'd say the Marvel movies are right behind it.
I wish I could say that any of mine are on your list, but they're not actually. My top for 2011 was Limitless. I don't remember. I know I have it, and I know I've showed Nicole it, but I can't remember if I've had you watch it yet.
No, I've never heard of it.
Limitless is it's so good. It stars Bradley Cooper. And it's got the basic gist is, even though it's not scientifically true, there's this drug that unlocks the full potential of your brain. So he inadvertently gets a hold of this drug and he starts like cleaning up his life and getting rich and everything. And then it's hard to explain without kind of ruining the magic of the plot.
Gotcha.
But it goes on into like some really interesting directions. I really, really enjoy the movie. My first honorable mention is X-Men First Class, and my second is In Time. I always get this movie a little bit confused with a couple other movies, because there's like some other ones that have to do with time, but this one this one is interesting. It stars Justin Timberlake, and I might be confusing it with a different movie actually, because I'm reading the thing now and I don't remember. Oh no, I do remember seeing this. Okay. The basic gist is you've got a timer on your arm. You stop aging at 25, but you only live one year after you stop aging, unless you've got enough money to buy your way out of the time limit. So this guy gets accused of murder and he's on the run and everything, and I can't remember 100% the gist of the movie, but I do remember enjoying it. I only watched it like once or twice, but It was pretty interesting. So did you have a biggest disappointment for this year?
Biggest disappointment for 2011, it was definitely Cars 2.
Cars 2? Yeah.
Yes.
I never really liked any of the Cars movies, honestly. They were unnecessary to me. The first one was okay, but they definitely didn't need to make 2 or 3.
No, I totally agree.
Okay, so what have you got for 2012?
2012 top movie is The Avengers.
Okay.
My honorable mentions being The Hunger Games, Men in Black 3, Taken 2, and Django Unchained.
Okay. I actually didn't see any of the Taken movies on there. I probably would have put it in my spots, but my top movie for 2012 was Django Unchained.
I thought it would be. When I saw that, I was like, we both
I
really like that one.
I love that movie. My second favorite was The Avengers, and my third is The Dark Knight Rises. I don't think it's as good as The Dark Knight or even Batman Begins, but it's still pretty good. It's still pretty good ending to that little Batman trilogy.
Gotcha.
So did you have a biggest disappointment for this year?
Biggest disappointment for 2012 is Skyfall.
Skyfall. That's the James Bond movie, isn't it?
That is correct.
It's not the one we went to go see in theaters. I can't even remember if I tried seeing this one.
I did not see it before we went to go see Spectre, but I wanted to see it anyway, so I eventually watched it. It's none of them live up to my expectations anymore. The old ones were so much better.
I tried watching Casino Royale. I think I might own it, maybe, but I never actually finished watching it. Yeah. I think I fell asleep in the first half hour, just like I did with the James Bond movie we did get to go see in the theaters.
Yep.
Okay. So 2013. What do you have?
For 2013, I have Saving Mr. Banks as my top one. That was kind of surprising to me. I've got Olympus Has Fallen, Frozen, Fast and Furious 6, and Hunger Games: Catching Fire in my honorable mentions. I do not have a biggest disappointment for 2013.
Oh, okay. Let's see. For my top for 2013 was Pacific Rim. I'm pretty sure I've had you watch that. In fact, I know I have.
You have had me watch that, and I thought about putting that on there, but my list was kind of getting long for 2013, so I decided to quit.
I get you. Yeah. No, I really enjoyed Pacific Rim when it came out. And then my second favorite is Her. Did you see Her?
No, I don't think I did.
Okay, so it stars Joaquin Phoenix, who's the guy who starred in the Joker movie that came out this year. And basically, it's in the future. They've got these AIs helping them with their jobs and daily lives and everything. And then in the first I don't know, probably 5-10 minutes of the movie, this new AI gets released that's supposed to act more like a human and have a personality. And as you go throughout the movie, this guy starts to fall in love with the AI that he's got.
Gotcha.
It's a really interesting take on the whole home assistant or assistant thing that we've got going on in the current year.
I remember hearing about it. I never did see it though.
It's very, very interesting. I enjoyed it. I'm pretty sure I made Nicole watch it too, and I don't know if she liked it, but she watched it.
Gotcha.
And then my third favorite was Snowpiercer.
Never heard of that one either.
It's on Netflix. I actually recently watched it again. It stars Chris Evans, Captain America.
Okay.
It's like the apocalypse. I don't remember exactly what happened to cause the apocalypse. I think it's got something to do with a nuclear winter type situation. But the remaining survivors of humanity are all stuck on this train that never stops. And there's these lower class workman type people, and then there's the upper class, upper echelon that's in the front of the train. And as things tend to happen, the ruling class does not treat the lower class very well. So the lower class people rise up and they try to make their way through the train. That's kind of the gist of the movie. It's really interesting. I enjoyed it.
Gotcha.
Okay, so you said you didn't have a biggest disappointment for 2013.
I did not.
Okay, so what do you have for 2014?
Top movie, hands down, Kingsman.
Okay.
Honorable mentions going to Guardians of the Galaxy, Taken 3, Interstellar, Big Hero 6, and that'd be it for that.
Okay. My top, obviously, is Magic Mike. That's not true. It's Kingsman.
Don't even lie to me. Yeah, I knew that
one. My second favorite is John Wick. I think I put that on for us one day, but I don't remember why we stopped watching it. It is such a good movie.
I've heard you mention it more than once, but darn if I can remember what it's about.
So, without spoiling anything, the basic gist is it stars Keanu Reeves. He's like this ex-hitman guy, and he's targeted by this mafia guy's son because the mafia guy likes his car.
Okay.
He offers to buy his car. John Wick says no. The mafia guy comes to his house anyway, beats him up, kills his dog, and takes his car.
Okay.
And then the rest of the movie is John Wick going after the guy.
Okay.
It is so good. It is so good. And every sequel that's out right now, John Wick 2 and John Wick 3, it just goes up. They're so good.
Okay.
I love this series. And then my third favorite was Interstellar.
I thought that might be both on our list.
Mm-hmm.
Biggest disappointment for that year would definitely be Maleficent.
I don't think I ever saw that one.
I had such high hopes for it. It was not bad.
No.
But it was the biggest disappointment of the year. I had so much higher hopes than what it was.
I could see that, yeah. I don't know. I haven't really enjoyed any of these Disney live action remakes, honestly. They've been all right, but they haven't like blown me out of the water or anything.
Gotcha.
Okay, so what do you got for 2015?
2015 got really hard. So for the top two movies, I've got Inside Out and Star Wars The Force Awakens.
Okay.
My honorable mentions go to Jurassic World, Furious 7, Avengers Age of Ultron.
Okay. I think I've got one that you mentioned. My top is The Martian. Did you see that? It was good.
I think we saw that together. I felt like I should have
feel
put that
like
on
we
here
did,
too, but this one's getting long because this one's got pretty big disappointments on the list too. So I had to stop somewhere.
Okay. My next is Inside Out, and then my third favorite was Creed. It's in like the same universe as like the Rocky universe.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. I have not seen the second one yet, and I need to, but Creed 1 was really, really good.
So you don't have Star Wars on that list, huh?
No. Looking back on it, especially after we had our discussion last episode, I'm finding more and more that the new trilogy just did not impress me. I enjoyed watching modern Star Wars movies, but at the same time, it just wasn't. I don't know. It could have been way better.
I agree. I think there's just like a nostalgia place that these movies are going to hold in my heart, because it was because of the new trilogy that we went back and watched the original.
Yeah,
and
this is true.
I never would have gotten into it had it not been for that. So over time, that might fade, though. That's why I didn't put it in my overall top favorite. I had to put Inside Out in there.
Gotcha.
Biggest
Okay.
disappointment, no surprise. Spectre and The Revenant. And I put Chappie
Revenant?
in there, too. Yeah, The Revenant, whatever.
Chappie, I liked Chappie. It was okay. I don't know if I would call it a gigantic disappointment, but it was not as good as it could have been, because I saw the other movie that guy directed, and it's way better than Chappie.
Okay.
As far as Spectre goes, yeah, I would say that was pretty bad, because I fell asleep in like the first half hour of that movie.
Mm-hmm.
And then The Revenant. The only thing that I remember from that movie is the bear attack scene.
Yeah.
That's like the one thing that stuck with me.
You and I
but
both did not like that at all.
No, it was so boring.
In fact, I think I was falling asleep during that one.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. It was... Man, I was really looking forward to that movie because besides that movie, I don't think that there's a movie that I've seen Leonardo DiCaprio in that I have not liked.
Yeah.
But that one was just, it was painful.
Mm-hmm.
He was great in it, but the movie itself was, it was not great.
I agree.
Okay. So what do you have for 2016?
2016, it's a tie between Deadpool and Captain America Civil War.
Okay.
With honorable mentions going to Zootopia, London Has Fallen, Doctor Strange, and Finding Dory.
Okay. My top was Deadpool. My second was Rogue One.
Oh.
And my third was The Accountant.
Okay. The Accountant, I have not seen it, but what I have seen of it, it looks really good, and I need to watch it because I think I like it a lot.
It's a movie that has a little bit of a slow start, but once it gets going, it gets going. It is so good.
Gotcha.
Okay. So did you have a biggest disappointment for this year?
You're not gonna like this. I put Rogue One in my biggest disappointment.
Really?
Yes.
Why? That was so good.
That was the one because out of all these, that's the one I had the most hope for, and felt kind of let down. It's not that it's a bad movie. It's just it was my biggest disappointment.
Personally, I think that Rogue One was way better than any of the movies that came out in the trilogy. Solo is down on the bottom of all of them, because Solo was just But Rogue One was the best that they came out with.
Interesting.
In my opinion, anyway.
Interesting.
Clearly.
Alrighty. We'll see how that one ages.
So, what do you have for 2017?
This one was hard. This one was very hard.
Okay.
I put Spider-Man Homecoming and Thor Ragnarok at the top.
Okay.
With honorable mentions going to Kingsman, The Golden Circle, Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle, Star Wars, The Last Jedi, and Kong Skull Island. There's a lot of movies in that.
I can't believe I didn't see Kong came out that year. Well, that's got to be one of mine, even though it's not on my list.
Well, it's because you didn't see it.
My top is Spider-Man Homecoming.
I thought so.
My second was Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Okay, I can
and
see
my
that.
third was Thor Ragnarok.
Okay, that makes sense.
I think that's the first year that it's been all superhero movies.
Yeah, I wasn't as impressed with Guardians 2 versus the first one. I still liked it, but I liked the first one a lot more.
Yeah, if I had seen Skull Island, I probably would have put that in the place of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, honestly.
Gotcha.
I enjoyed that more than I did that movie.
Alright, what else do you have on that list, or is that it?
That was it.
Oh. Biggest disappointment for that year's Cars 3. I wasn't home.
I don't think I ever saw that one either.
It was better than Cars 2. But it still, no. Could have been left off completely.
Oh. What you gonna do, right? Okay.
Alrighty.
2018. What do you got?
Easy peasy, at least for the first one. Avengers Infinity War.
Mm-hmm.
Honorable mentions going to Black Panther and The Incredibles 2. Jurassic World: A Fallen Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
Deadpool 2 and Ready Player One, along with Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Okay. My top was Avengers Infinity War, obviously. My first honorable mention is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Okay.
And my second is Deadpool 2.
Gotcha.
Okay, what do you got? Do you have a disappointment for this year?
I have two. Mary Poppins Returns and the Solo Star Wars story.
Okay, yeah. Solo I can 100,000% agree with. Mm-hmm. I don't think I saw the Mary Poppins one, though.
It is... I don't want to say it's a bad movie.
Okay.
Because if I had seen it as a child, I probably would have liked it. But as an adult, I have a lot more appreciation for the original than this thing.
Okay. Yeah, I could see that. I don't know why they felt the need to make a sequel to a movie that was like 50 years old, but whatever, I guess.
I have no idea.
Actually, it's probably 60 years old at this point. Pretty close.
I definitely liked Saving Mr. Banks more than Mary Poppins Returns. That one's a far more better done movie.
Yeah, I feel you. I did enjoy that movie too. Okay, 2019.
Another easy one at the top, Avengers Endgame.
Okay.
Honorable mentions going to Godzilla King of Monsters, Star Wars Skywalker, Spider-Man Far From Home, and Captain Marvel and Cold Pursuit.
Okay. My top is obviously Avengers Endgame. My second is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Okay. I've never heard of that one.
That's actually one that I got for Christmas this year.
Gotcha.
On Blu-ray. It's directed by the same guy that directed Django Unchained, Quentin Tarantino.
Okay.
And it's got Leonardo DiCaprio, Brad Pitt, a few other people in there. It's a really, really interesting movie, and I'm not going to spoil anything for you because it's good.
Yeah.
It's really interesting. And then my third was Shazam.
Okay. Didn't see
it's actually the one DC movie that has come out in the last 5 years that I've actually liked.
I thought so. I did not put any most disappointed on this one, but there's a huge caveat to that, and that's because there's a lot of them that I feel like, and I will watch them eventually when they like land on Disney Plus or something. I think The Lion King is going to be a huge letdown. I'm going to watch it, but I feel like it's going to be a huge letdown. I'm worried about Toy Story 4.
Toy Story 4
as well.
Toy Story 4 was interesting. It's not as good as 3 in my opinion, but it's not bad.
Okay. See, I'm worried about it.
And then Aladdin, yeah, that I wouldn't say it was a disappointment because I didn't go in expecting
much, which I probably won't for Aladdin. The Lion King I had high hopes for because of what it was originally supposed to be. What it turned into, I don't know if I'm going to be disappointed because my expectations got lowered a lot.
Yeah.
So I'm not expecting much there. We'll just have to wait and see.
I'm really interested to see what comes out of Won't You Be My Neighbor.
Gotcha, yes. That's going to be good. I also want to see the Jumanji movie that came out this year.
Oh, yeah.
The next level.
We got a lot of catching up to do for when stuff comes out on Amazon or whatever.
Yeah, this year wasn't a whole lot of stuff that we could actually watch.
No, not really. No. It was a whole lot of watching stuff on VOD pretty much.
Exactly. And
Blu-rays and whatever. Like Cold Pursuit we didn't watch until it came out on VOD.
Yeah.
Although I don't remember, did that come out in theaters? Yeah, it did because we were going to go see it.
We was going to go see it, but we couldn't. I don't remember why.
I don't know. Today's episode of Podcast Period is sponsored by, well, you. We've recently started a Patreon to help offset some of the costs of running the podcast, and you can be a part of it for as little as $1 a month. We have an exclusive Discord server, community events, a Minecraft server, and you can access episodes early as well. If you want to help out the show by throwing some money our way, just head to patreon.com/podcastperiod. Again, that's patreon.com/podcastperiod. Now back to the show. Okay, so after that, now that we've got the lists out of the way, we've got the old standbys, the news stories. Some of them are a little bit dated because we haven't recorded a regular episode in a month or two now. So we did want, there is some stuff that's a little bit older that we want to talk about, but we've also got some newer stuff, some stuff from some CES that we're going to talk about. But I'll let David go first with his first little topic here.
Oh, guys, the Windows 7 users out there, you've got to stop. End of life is, as of recording, 4 days away. It's January 14th, 2020. So, yeah, you might want to stop that. I know some of you love it, but you're going to have to move on now.
You're either going to have to upgrade to Windows 10 or move to Linux, because you ain't going to be safe being on Windows 7 anymore.
That is something I hope we do at some point. Microsoft just needs to put a Linux kernel into Microsoft Windows. And just
that
have
would
a
be
Windows
nice.
skin of a Linux edition and be done with it.
Yeah, that would probably make this whole thing like 1,000 times more stable.
Yeah, that's like the best of both worlds. Like keeps the user interface and everything that everybody's accustomed to, and the clean look, well, maybe not clean look, but the familiar look that the world is used to, and brings in some of that stability of Linux. So they should just do that and be done with it.
Plus, you've got the flexibility of Linux as well, so even if you don't want to have the familiar Windows desktop, you can just, not have it.
Exactly.
I feel like Linux has gotten to a point where, like, if there was widespread adoption, there would be no reason for Windows anymore.
Exactly.
But the fact that Windows is so ubiquitous, there's not going to be any, at least that I can see, there's not going to be any time soon where everybody's going to like flock to Linux.
No, if ME, Vista, and 8, not 8.1, but just plain 8 wasn't enough to make everybody scream and jump on the Linux train, it's not going to happen.
Yeah. See, the sad thing with the things that you just mentioned is, to the average user, they're not really going to care.
No.
Because, let's be real, I used Windows ME way back in the day. Granted, this was when I was like a kid, so I had no idea what I was doing anyway. But I didn't know it had a reputation. And I didn't really know that Windows Vista had a reputation either.
ME I never played with. I never knew it had a reputation. I never experienced it. It seems like everything went from 98 to XP. There was a few 2000s in the middle, like at random places like school. We had a few 2000s machines, but it seemed like it just went from 98 to XP. Vista, I knew from day one, was not running right because I had a Vista machine and it sucked.
And see, my mom had a Vista laptop, and it wasn't, it could have been because it was Vista that it wasn't fantastic, but it could have also been because it was a laptop. Because, unless you're paying, like, at least back in those days, unless you were paying, like, $1,000, $1,500 for a laptop, you're not going to get a great experience. Nowadays, you can pay, like, $200, $300, $400 and still get a pretty decent experience as long as you're just doing everyday tasks like watching YouTube or sending email or editing Word documents or whatever.
Yeah,
you can get a pretty decent experience for that. But back in those days, I don't think the hardware was quite up to snuff in a laptop.
Probably not.
And as far as 8 goes, I don't know. I didn't enjoy using it, but it wasn't like the worst experience I've ever had either, honestly. Especially after it got upgraded to 8.1.
Yes. 8.1 looked a lot better than 8 did to me. I never used it. Didn't have a computer that was bought when it was popular. So that's part of the reason. But the other part of the reason was I wasn't itching to go get a computer that had 8 on it either, because I did not like that Metro Tile design. It looked awful.
Yeah, I'm really glad
menu and stuff back.
Yeah, I'm glad that 8.1 fixed that, and I'm also glad that Windows 10 did away with most of that. Okay, so I've got next a wonderful story from our friends over in China. Apparently, there has been an outbreak of a mysterious illness that has been traced back to a never-before-seen virus.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So it says that most of the cases are tied to a specific seafood market, with dealers and vendors among the patients. The reported link to a wholesale fish and live market could indicate an exposure link to animals. Yeah, so there's not really a whole lot of information as to exactly what said virus is, but yeah, it's interesting. I find it crazy that in 2019 or 2020 now, what am I saying? There's still cases of like these weird of a mysterious illness that has been traced back to a virus that nobody's ever seen before.
Excuse me. It makes me wonder. Is said virus a naturally occurring virus that has somehow been brought on by either climate change or exploration? Well, see, no, I was thinking like exploration in like the deep Amazonian jungle or something like that. And granted, that's not China, but the point stands. Mm-hmm. You never know what you're going to find if you're going through the Mongolian jungle or something, since, you know, we're talking about China and stuff. Yeah. But when he said fish market, I was like, well, what's going on out there in the ocean that hasn't been going on already? It's not, I hope it's not, like, foreign contaminant, like somebody doing something they shouldn't be doing.
Yeah, that's hard to say. I don't know. It's like... It could be any number of things with China, honestly. Like,
it could be. It's a scary situation.
China's just it's a mysterious place. Not a place that I'd really want to live. Mm-hmm. Anyways, what you got now?
So, let's go from one scary place to the other scary place and visit the neighbors to the north and talk about Russia. This was brought on by the Windows 7 end-of-life story that I happened to see. It also brought up a story where Vladimir Putin is still using Windows XP. Because the Russian
how did
government...
we find that out?
It's national news. It's something that they've been trying to work on. The Russian government will not certify Windows 7, 8, or 10 for official government use. And they're working on a Russian Astria Linux OS. So they're working on a flavor of Linux to use in the government offices. But the software isn't ready yet. So here's a photo of Putin's desktop. And you can just see the rolling green hills and blue sky of Windows XP.
That is amazing.
I found it so funny.
That is amazing.
I guess they don't trust Microsoft.
I mean, I can't say that I blame them. I don't trust Microsoft either. But Windows XP, come on. The end of life was what, like 5 years ago? Are you telling me they've taken 5 years to make a Linux distribution that halfway works?
I guess. It's amazing.
That is awesome. That, speaking of China and Russia, that reminds me of a pretty awful story that I read about, honestly. There was, in North Korea, there was this lady and her kids that their house caught on fire. And the lady goes back in and saves her kids. But she is on trial because she did not go back in and save the pictures of Kim Jong-il, whatever the heck his name is.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I read that and I was like, are you kidding me? I mean,
boy.
It's North Korea.
Yeah.
Anything is possible. But, like, oh my god. I just...
That's not terrifying at all.
No, it's... Man, I just... I feel for those people over there. I really do. I mean, there's not... As a country, I don't know if there's a lot that we can do right now. Especially considering they've got nuclear weapons now. But... Man. It just... It's insane to think that somebody has to worry about something like that. Like, not only do you have to save your kids, but you're going to get in trouble if you don't manage to save the Kodak picture that you've got hung up of your country's leader. Like, imagine that. Imagine going to jail because you didn't save your picture of Donald Trump that you had hung up on the wall.
Well...
Oh my god.
Well, what would I be going to jail first for? Not saving the picture of the non-existent Donald Trump on my wall, or not having a picture of Donald Trump on my wall?
That's a good point. I'll give you that. Okay. So let's see. I've got something else. This is just a little interesting tidbit that I saw from CES. There's a few other things that they talk about in this article that have come out about cars specifically. But the thing that intrigued me most was this really, really interesting visor that came out. It's by Bosch, and it's a sun visor like you have in your car. But the basic gist of it is it uses eye tracking technology and head tracking technology to only dim the part of the visor that would cover your eyes, so you can still see through it.
That makes sense. I could see that.
Yeah.
The only problem that I could see right off the bat, but it kind of already exists with normal visors anyways. It's a great idea to use the eye tracking to be able to see where you are looking at and dim that portion of it, but I wonder how much glare it doesn't stop from other surfaces that might, bounce back from a different direction than what you're looking at. Like, a visor is going to block anything in its viewpoint, but if this new one's just gonna let light selectively bounce back towards your side window, could it then also bounce back to your eye? It's a very niche thing, but I wonder how much of that already happens. But then again, my dashboard does a pretty good job of reflecting light back in the passenger's eyes, apparently, as you found out. So
yeah,
you can't do much about that.
No, I don't know. I think it's really. I'm surprised it hasn't come out already, for real. We've had eye tracking and stuff like that for so long. It's insane that it's taken this long to come out with something like that.
I agree.
Okay, so what else do you have?
Oh, let's talk about a little bit of this sad development of the Intel DG1 XE graphics card that we've been all hoping would, As we first heard about it and we started talking about it, all the details that we got in the beginning, we were hoping that this was going to be like a consumer graphics card that, might give NVIDIA a run for their money, since apparently AMD has not yet. But that's sadly not looking like the case. It looks like it's just going to be straight up enterprise stuff, unfortunately. And it may not even do graphics horsepower, not graphics horsepower, graphics that we would talk about, like video games and stuff, but just like exascale computing and stuff like that. So,
well, the article that I got does say that Warframe is running on it.
Yeah.
Granted, it's not like the greatest frame rate ever, but I honestly, I don't have high hopes for this, but I was reading a little while ago that apparently the new Tiger Lake CPUs are going to have like the same graphics architecture as these new Z GPUs. And if you've got the GPU and the CPU in there together, I don't think this is final, but they were talking about having the integrated graphics and the dedicated graphics work together. So like the integrated graphics would work in concert with the dedicated graphics to like kind of share the load of the game. Kind of like weird SLI, I guess, but hopefully a lot less janky than SLI.
Yeah, I just hope, because I don't feel like they do right now, but hopefully if this is what they're working on and these are the graphics that they integrate into their CPUs, I hope they're actually like strong enough or have enough performance to compensate for what undoubtedly would be a lot of lag and latency introduced by sharing a graphics load. Because like you said, SLI does not do a very good job of it anymore because nobody optimizes for it.
Yeah.
And it's long since died in the last 3 or 4 years.
If they managed to make it seem like it was one graphics card, I feel like it would work a lot better. But it just all depends on how they implement it and how good the hardware actually is.
Correct.
Because as is, I don't see it. I don't even see it challenging AMD. Honestly, if you're playing Warframe at 1080p at 40 frames a second ish, that's not.
Yeah.
It's not great.
Yeah, I know. So hopefully that does something.
Okay, so I've got. It's just less of like a news story and more of just an interesting product thing that I found. I've watched like one video on it, but this is a new Origin PC called the Big O. Oh. And the basic gist of it is it's a PC and the console of your choice kind of like stitched together.
Okay.
So you've either got you've got the PC, and then you can either do an Xbox One X, a PlayStation 4 Pro, or a Nintendo Switch.
Okay. The Switch.
And it's got a capture card and everything already installed as well, so you can capture everything like while you're playing it, and you can also obviously play PC games too, because this thing has an i9 9900K and a Titan RTX and 64 gigabytes of RAM and 14 terabytes of Seagate Barracuda storage and a 2 terabytes 970 Evo NVMe drives. It's disgusting. I don't even know. I hesitate to look and see how much this actually goes for, because like, good lord, this is ridiculous. I don't even know. It's so crazy. From what I've seen so far, it's still a little bit janky as far as like the cooling and stuff goes. I watched a video by Austin Evans that had a PS4 Pro in it, and it, even after like 30 minutes of having the PC on capturing gameplay and the PS4 playing at the same time, it got hot enough that the PS4 Pro was like, nah, bro, you can't play me anymore. You gotta wait until I cool down.
Gotcha.
So, I'm interested to see, like, at release, if they perform any better. I don't know if anybody's gonna like do a review of it, considering they've already set their tech samples out, but I'm interested to see. I don't know. It seems really... It seems like an interesting concept. And while it's not something that I would ever buy, because it's probably like $3,000 or something like that, this is another thing that I'm surprised took this long to happen. Like, for real.
Seems like Linus has been trying to do something like that for years with his crazy builds and stuff.
Yeah, I know. He hasn't really delved in the... I've seen Austin Evans do more stuff with consoles, like his Ultimate consoles, than I have Linus. But this seems like if they were to do a collaboration, I mean, I know they've done some before, but if they were to do a collaboration, this seems like something that they would try to do.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, do you have anything else?
Nope, that's all I had for that.
All right, then I think that is where we're going to leave it, guys.
Oh, I thought we were going to talk about the Iranian deals.
Oh, yeah. I don't know much about it. Do you?
Oh, boy.
I want you take the lead on it, and because I know a little bit about it, but I don't know much.
Well, you know about the airstrike that the U.S. performed.
That killed that general guy?
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So then Iran is, promising revenge and shouting death to America and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Tensions are rising, and wouldn't you know it, there's a plane crash outside of Iran's main, I forget what the city's called, like Tehran Airport. There we go. Couldn't think of it. Oh yeah,
isn't this is the plane that they shot down that was full of their own citizens, wasn't it?
Well, now I don't know what's happened, and we're not going to know for a while, but how unfortunate or how bad could the timing possibly be that a mechanical failure, is what the Iranians are calling it, brings down an airplane less than 2 weeks after airstrikes are performed against their top general and he's killed. Seems kind of coincidental to me that a plane would then go down, killing at least 57 Canadians, I think it was. I think there was like 20-something UK residents.
Mm-hmm.
And like a bunch of, quote, their citizens as well. So first they say it's a mechanical failure, then now there's talk about there's possibly an airstrike involved with it, because there's supposed Russian-made surface-to-air missiles, the guidance systems found in a garden not too far from the plane crash. And the plane, just automatically, like, huh?
In a garden?
Like it fell in a garden somewhere.
Oh, okay.
Like when they crashed back down out of the sky.
Gotcha.
So, yeah. I think this whole thing's going to blow up and be a huge freaking disaster.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like it. I don't really know. And it might be a little bit intentional on my part too, but I don't really know much about our situation in Iraq and Iran and Afghanistan anymore. But
we've been over there too long to have any situation that's clean cut.
Yeah, I know.
It's ridiculous.
I'm glad that we finally got Osama bin Laden. And I think, I don't know, it's hard to say what we should have done, because I feel like it was like a big sigh of relief as a country when Osama bin Laden was finally taken out.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't help but think that we also probably would have been better off if we had just left after Saddam Hussein?
I don't know. It's too hard to tell now.
Yeah.
It's very hard to tell. And I don't know if we're ever going to get like a full explanation out of this either, because Iran has vowed that, and I think they may have changed their mind, but they, at initial reports at the beginning, they vowed to not even let Boeing in on the investigation, which is very weird considering it was a Boeing 737-800 series that went down. So if it was mechanical failure, Boeing needs to know, because they're the ones that engineered it. It's their mechanical systems that need to be evaluated if it was mechanical failure. Because, as we already know, they didn't do the next generation correctly. Because they're still grounded after all this time. And it'd just be terrible to find out that the previous generation is screwed up as well. But I don't think that's the case now.
Didn't the Boeing CEO finally get let go?
Yep. He's gone. He's fired. News update for everybody who's been listening to the podcast since like the beginning. Yeah, he's gone now.
Took long enough.
Yeah, really.
Sheesh.
He got a huge severance package, though.
Well, of course he did. He's a CEO.
He didn't get booted out with nothing, I'll tell you that.
It's ridiculous. I wish I could get fired from a job and get paid millions of dollars.
I can't remember how much it is, but it's a disgusting amount.
It's an amount that I don't want to know.
I think it was like $20 million or something like that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was disgusting.
Here's $20 million. Now you get fired. Jeez.
Yeah. Actually, I want to look it up.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know a whole lot anymore about our situation in the Middle East, because like you said, it's extremely complicated. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't even know what there is to know anymore. Like, it's insane.
$80 million. He got $80 million worth of assets in stock, but he did not get a severance package.
I mean, assets in stock.
Yeah, exactly.
Still. I mean, you can sell stock, let's be real. Just because you didn't give him $30 million or $80 million doesn't mean he can't sell the stock for $80 million.
Exactly. So, yeah, great.
Fantastic. Yeah, I don't know. What do you think about this whole thing?
A lot of people aren't going to like this, but I'm glad we finally have. I hate being the person that says he finally did something right. But I think in this case, he finally did something right, because they've been poking the bear for far too long. They've been pulling stunts all year long. They held up British oil tankers. They attacked the embassy. And...
Wait, they attacked the U.S. Embassy?
Yes. Now, I don't remember... Let me check this real quick. I don't remember if it was before or after the airstrike. But I do know that they were attacking U.S. embassies over there. The attack on the United States Embassy in Baghdad was the very end of the year, Tuesday, December 31st.
Wow. Okay, so after the airstrike, yeah. Oh, man.
And the airstrike was on January the 3rd. So they attacked the embassy first.
Yeah, no.
They've been poking the bear for far too long. And I hate saying that he did something right, because as far as I'm concerned, I wish he'd just shut his mouth and do what he's supposed to do instead of tweeting about everything.
Yeah.
But I feel like he's actually going to put them in their place, and somebody needs to. Now, I hope it's done correctly and swiftly and not drug out for 12 years like everything else has, but...
Only time will tell. Only time will tell.
But I think that's enough for that.
Yeah.
That's
it's just
about as political as we get.
It's an extremely depressing situation.
It really is.
All right. Well, that's where we're going to leave it, guys. Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed, please give a rating on whatever podcasting platform you listen to. And as always, we will see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye, guys. This episode of Podcast Period was produced and hosted by Ben, co-hosted and edited by David. You can find Ben on Twitter at BenPlaysVidjas. That's Ben Plays VIDYAS. And you can find David at Car6by16. You can find the show on Twitter at Podcast Period or email us at podcastperiod@gmail.com. That's it for this week. Thanks for listening.
This was a Nerdgasm Podcast production.
Well, that was another in a long series of regrettable life choices.
Served at nerdgasmpodcast.com.